yep. Uh, I don't know what to think. Don't know what to say about these people. Everybody, man. Everybody going crazy. Everybody's going crazy. I don't know. This whole, I don't know. What does it have anything to do with election? Why people, when people go crazy or whatever? I'm not into elections and stuff at all. And yes, you got to promise my people something. Well, not promise. You got to actually act on stuff. And well, that's part of what we talk about today, as far as um, acting on stuff. Yeah, we always got to get that out. That's how ego feel, though. You guys already know that. That's what it's about with ego, man. It's like, wait a minute, we can't just go by all the talking and stuff like that. Because I don't want to get into the conversation today. Even if I bring it up a little bit, I don't want to get fully into it. We'll discuss it, but we'll discuss some of the stuff, like we usually do, because this grown folks chat, we always going to discuss, what we see, what's going on, and what we feel our perspective is on it. It's always good to do that, at least. But we gotta get these fighters to where they gonna make up their mind and stuff like that, though. I don't know. I don't know who do you guys want to win the election, or is that something that's politically incorrect or not kosher with you? Or something. Some people they get so serious about their votes and stuff. Oh, I'm gonna talk about my vote. My guy didn't win or nothing like that. Oh, my girl, whoever didn't win. The person I wanted to win. What really counts is if somebody's gonna go in there and actually do something. I mean, this is not a political show, but let's just say this for instance. Um, these people have been around just as long as we have. Matter of fact, the country has been a country for a couple of 100 years now, right? An actual country it has actually been. We're going into like the 300th year of this. It was actually like a country that was like non-divided. It was still divided. Yeah, it's still divided as far as country is concerned. The country is still divided, And let me salute to all y'all first, though. Salute to y'all, sir, out there. Derek Bailey, and I see Jay Brown out there. My web watchers are the ones that actually came in today. This showing up in blue, I don't know who else is out there, but salute to everybody who's out there. Well, I'm gonna get to y'all in a minute. Y'all already know. Y'all, we got discussion. You know what I mean? But this is my thought is that, and this hear me out. Just think about it for yourself. When people have been here longer than you have, and they passed on generation to generation, or not, maybe not longer than me, but in my family, but longer than you, it doesn't even have to be longer. How long does it take? I'll just put it this way: How long does it take for somebody to do the right thing? And I'm gonna tell you. So you can answer that any way you want to, but then this is the second part. Why is it always? Why is time always the factor when it comes to doing something right? Just want to put it out there. Just nobody's going to talk about it. Nobody's going to talk about it the right way. How long does it take for somebody to do the right thing? And why is time always a factor when it comes to doing the right thing? Why is that, like, especially like if you go into the court system, why is there always like some long ass drawn out in what they call an investigation? Two cops pull up on a little 12-year-old with a fake gun and shoot him in the back within less than 10 seconds. That whole action lasted less than 10 seconds. But you mean it takes a year or something to investigate something like that? What do you investigate? 10 seconds. Because you always want to base stuff off time. So what was the 10? I mean, it's 10 seconds. I don't care how many times you replayed it, you was wrong. And I'm going to tell you. Now I'm going to give you another part to it. Because the thing is, if somebody wants to do evil, they're going to do evil. If they never want to clean up evil, they're never going to clean up evil. Regardless, it's not even a time factor. Has nothing to do with time. So when people start acting like it's time, it's not time. It don't have shit to do with time. But we're always going to pretend like it has something to do with time. Oh, well, just give us a little time. What you mean give you a little time? For 528 years, there's been a lot of evil being done over here in this country. It was premeditated, believe it or not. It wasn't a spur of the moment thing. It wasn't something that, okay, let's just see, let's see how we can get along over here. Let's ask if we can live here. It wasn't nothing like that. What's the proper thing to do for you? If you want to stay somewhere, if you're traveling or something like that, even if you got to pay, you go into a hotel, motel, whatever, what are you going to do? You're going to ask if you have any rooms available. Because you got to pay. Even if you're not the nicest person, you got to ask is there any room available. So taking over spaces of land, because you take over the land, you more or less occupy. And that's the words that they use in today's dialogue when it comes to illegal occupation of lands and stuff. They always use the whole thing of, occupy, or we're occupying this land. Or what do you think you're doing here? You can't take the land. You can't take the United States. It's not like you can cut it. Like you can cut all the way through the United States and then just pull it with a giant rope and shit, with a real thick ass chain and rope with some massive ships, and drag it somewhere else. So that means you're occupying, because you can't take it. You occupied and then you make rules for something. I didn't change the subject up if you think about it. Because I asked, how long does it take to do the right thing? And why is time always involved when it comes to doing, just give the court system or something like that time? Well, we can see everything that happened. And then if somebody uses video against you, it's always legit. Oh yeah, he did that shit. But if you use video against like certain parts of the government, then no, that's, yeah, what you guys ain't getting the angle. You're not getting the feet. His feet was crossed. Or you're going to get something that's really, really stupid. Something like that. And the reason I'm talking about this, because that leads into the subject too, though. That leads into the whole fan subject. It's not all about the fans, though, but it leads into the subject. You guys ought to understand, when I have something up that's real simple, then maybe it might be something that's deeper that's coming too. And I see my brother Gil Coles up there. Salute to Gil Coles. I haven't got to nobody yet, Gil. I haven't got to no reading or nothing like that, because we just talking. We started on politics a little bit, but we're just talking about how long does it take for somebody to do the right thing. So if somebody just comes in your house, a grown person, it doesn't matter, male, female, something like that, and they see your young child ain't really doing much of anything, and they just look at them and with hate and just slap the shit out of them. I said shit. That's right. They slap them hard as they can. And then just leave the house. Now, for some people, you can never make up for doing something like that. But I want to put that image in your mind, though. So for some of you, you're thinking, hey, they got to go. Y'all like, they got to get shot. They got to get killed. They got to get stabbed. They got to get beat up. Some of y'all thinking stuff like that. But just think about it. It was harmful at the time. It'll be forgotten in time. Since they always want to use time, it'll be forgotten. But when is enough actually like enough? Or when do you have to just decide to take other actions? Back to the first thing. How long does it take? Can that person make up for that slap? How long does it take? How long does it take to do the right thing? So all we can do right now, if we got a new president, all we can do is hope that he does the right thing. But it's how much time has passed and the right thing still hasn't been done. Think about that. The right thing still hasn't been done. So how long does it take? How much time does it take? Should we in 2020, should we still be using timetables when it comes to authorities or anybody doing the right thing? Why do we even have to post stuff like red lives matter, brown lives matter, black lives matter, everybody's lives matter? Why are we posting stuff like that? And who is the one behind all that? Who is allowing it? Who is starting these movements to where we say stupid shit like that? We know we matter, but we know we don't matter. Because if you mattered, how much time does it take for somebody to decide that you matter? Why does it take a vote for me? Why do I have to vote to say that Yasser Hussein matters? Why do I have to take a vote to say that Derek Bailey matters? Why do I have to take a vote to say Joseph Brown matters? Why do I have to take a vote to say Gil Coles matters? Why do we have to take a vote to say Eagle Face matters? Why do we have to take a vote? Why do we have to vote on something this ethically wrong when you do things against other people for no apparent reason? Why does it have to be some kind of a vote? Huh? If I take something from you, how long does it take for me to just give it back? I took that wrongfully. You do forgive me, do you? But I was wondering in the interim, is there a way that I could use, can I be allowed to use some of this? And I'm speaking about like that's native talk, talking about using like land and stuff like that. Can we use it? Well, use it. As long as you don't dig into it and pull all the stuff out that you want to pull out of there. One of the most powerful forces are the second most powerful force that there is. I mean, and you could debate me if you want to. You'll lose, but I mean, it sounds simple. The second most powerful thing that there is water. That's the second most powerful. The first most powerful thing is sound. Okay, as far as the energy and stuff like that. So I'll leave it like that. So you can fight with me and argue with me. You're gonna lose anyway. But I like a good setup, and I like to just tear people in half, bit by bit. Because what it does is I like to just tear up scholarship, because it's scholars. There's so many scholars. I love it. Yeah, I love the scholars, because they always think they know. Oh, well, no, that can't be true. This and that, and fission and all that. You're gonna just get tore up. So stop it. That's the second most powerful thing. Water is the one element, like we talked about before, that always wants to be water. It doesn't like to be anything else. Regardless of what happens, it's gonna go back to water. It's like, no, I'm gonna be water regardless. If I'm in your body, once you start decaying, I'm going back to water. Water is the one thing that hates it. If it was a thing that was living in the way that we see it live, it lives. But if it was living the way that we see it live, that's how the attitude would be like, no, I'm going to be water. You ain't going to just turn me into something for it. No, I'm going to be water. That's what I'm going to be. I'm not going to be nothing else. You ain't going to mold me and make me into something else. Because if you do mold it and make it into something else, you're going to have to freeze it or do something to keep it animated, to keep it away from any air or anything, because it's going to go right back. It's going to go right back. It's like, hey, I want to be water. I need to be part of the air, because the air is water too. But I digress, or did I? Question being again, how long does it take to do the right thing? How long? And it's not just, it doesn't have to be political. It's just like, how long does it take to do the right thing? I mean, I'm gonna just use an example with one of my mods out there. So Gil Coles and me, we used to get into it a lot, and we still do get into it. That's my little brother, though. I have grown to like him a lot more than than people would expect me to like somebody this so-called internet or whatever like that. But I have talked to Gil before, and maybe we thought we stepped on toes or something like that, or stepped on it. He might have thought he stepped on my toes or something like that. But guess what? As being men, we just cleared it up. So I just want everybody to think about that too. That first part is, how long does it take to do the right thing? And if somebody's not doing the right thing, and they got to know how to do the right thing, because if you know what the right thing is, how in the hell do people in charge don't know what the right thing is by now? Huh? How do authorities not know that you don't just beat somebody senseless with no weapon or nothing like that? I told you guys my cop story when I was in Jersey one time, right? I was like shit. He was like a little featherweight, little dude, man. I would say this guy was out of buck. I'm gonna give him a buck 40. I mean, dripping wet. That's if he was dripping wet. I'm gonna give him a buck 40, and he was about to get like completely, he was about to get demolished by the cops, right? And so I just picked him up. I said, no, man. I said, no. I said, I'll just push the cops off. I'm like, no. I just took him out. I grabbed him and cradled his ass and took him out away from the violence. People don't do shit like that because they're afraid of what's going to happen to them. But saving people is in my family in the first place. So I don't know. And I'm not telling somebody to go out there and be a hero. But what I'm saying is sometimes it's an innate thing. It's innate is different than when you have something that's positive, that's innate. It's not a negative, and it's not something that's inane. So don't get those mixed up. Don't get inane mixed up with innate. It's like a deep-rooted a thing that's in a person when they have the innate visions to do the right thing. But the question, how long does it take to do the right thing? How long does it take to correct a wrong? If a wrong is not corrected after so long, it's like it's lost. It's like it'll never be done because it's like if you don't give forgiveness to somebody like soon. I mean, like families break up over not just for not giving forgiveness. And then later on they forgive, but if it's too late, some certain people died and this and that happened. There's so much shit happened to now they finally give it. Okay, well, I'm sorry about what happened back in the day or whatever. But you should have squashed it a long time ago. I'm not going to bring up my business, but I just had that happen in my family with somebody right now. Where they was burying our relationship over some bullshit. Over a couple of dollars. Well, I say a couple is more than that. Yeah, I always call everything a couple of dollars. Yeah, I might even call a house, like I got to get this house, it's going to cost a few dollars. I might use that just because it's a few dollars. Compared to how much money they actually have, that's all it is. Don't matter. You can spend $1 billion and it's just a few dollars compared to how much money they actually have floating around this world. Yeah, but anyway, let me get back. Let me get to y'all, man, because y'all probably done said some things that's really important. Yeah. Yeah, salutations. Okay, y'all, sir, you say come in talking about salutations to the eagle. You got the fist up. Derek Bailey, he said salute the Eagles way up boxing. And then Derek Bailey, again, he's at y'all, sir. Y'all, sir, is back at Derek Bailey. Jay to the Brown is up in here. He said salute the Eagles way up boxing. Derek Bailey, he said, it's a loss either way, in my opinion. Yeah. Yeah. And that's what we was talking about. We was talking about the politics. Yeah. Either way, it's a lot. It's a loss. You're right. Jay Brown said, I vote on me, not a politician. There you go. Shit, man. Would y'all have voted for me if I'd have put my name up in there? Y'all would have voted for Eagle? I would have had at least I would have had votes. I would have had my mods vote. That's probably all I would have had, man. Yeah, yeah. It's hard, man. I gotta hit other forums and other to get more people in here. But I do, and this is before I finish reading and stuff. I just want to say that I do appreciate y'all when y'all do throw Eagle out there. Jay Brown and everybody be throwing Eagle out there. Say, man, y'all go ahead and sub the Eagle. The people don't listen though, but it's all good though. But my people in here still mess with me. They say, man, y'all don't even know. Y'all don't even know, man. Y'all enjoy Eagle, man. Y'all just thinking another way, man. After Red Man or something. I don't know. I don't know what they might be thinking, Jay Brown. I don't know. They might. Yeah. Derek Bailey salute out there to Jay Brown. And then Yasser Hussein is saluting out there to Jay Brown. Derek Bailey said they don't want to do the right thing. You don't want to do the right thing. You just don't want to. But you got people fooled like, oh yeah, it take time and all that. All the slavery and all the the Trail of Tears, all that shit's been over with. And a lot of the people that promised us promised us better ways of life, they gone now. And some of them is 90 years old now, 80-something, 90-something years old now. And so they're going to leave it to, you see what happens when a 90-year-old promise you some shit and don't never do it, and he passed away at 95, 100, whatever, then he leaves that to the next generation. Guess what? They're not thinking about it. And then they leave. They leave it to the next generation. Guess what? It becomes so small of a thing that they just look, oh, that's just a speck. You know what I mean? It's just like if you driving and you got like a gnat or some shit, a real small fly hits the corner of your windshield, like the corner, the very corner at the very bottom, or way at the top where you can't see them. What you gonna do? Are you gonna worry about it? Are you gonna take the whole glass out and or whatever? No, you just leave his ass there. You'll wash him off at the while. At the while, the wind will just blow him away, and that's what they looking forward to. They're looking for the wind to just blow all these problems away. But we still got people that's conscious, that's here, that know that the words is bullshit, and we know it. Like, man, y'all ain't gonna never do nothing, y'all. Because that's why I don't like to talk politics. Because I know people, oh yeah, they got to vote. And what you mean vote, dummy? What you got to vote for? What you got to do all this shit for? If you want to do the right thing, and see, Derek Beatty says the right things, and he's wearing Malcolm X, but then he's talking like Malcolm X at the same time with sense. Yeah, and then Jay Brown saluting out. Yasser Hussein and Derek Beatty said salute, fam. And then Yasser Hussein back. And when it comes to money or losing face, people never do the right thing if left to their own choices. That's it. And then my brother Gil Cole said salute at Eagles Web. That's right. But you're right, Yasser. When it has to do with money or see, people don't like, see, oh, I'm embarrassed, man. I didn't mean to do you like that, brother. Of course. You know what? That takes a man to do that because look, the thing about it, it takes a man to do that or a woman to do that, but we going to feel better after we do that, though. That's the whole thing. We're going to feel better after we've done it. It's like, oh, that's good, man. You gonna dap each other up or hug each other up. I prefer to hug. I don't prefer to do no brother hug or whatever you want to call it, the little soulful new hug that they do where you shake the one hand and you hug with one hand. I don't like that. That's actually that's actually a takeaway from the way that the native people shake, because our shake has always been like this. You hold the forearm, because if your brother's ever down, you pick him up. That's how you pick him up. You pick him up by the forearm. Like, get on up, brother. His hand might be hurt. If his arm is, then you can grab him quicker. Put your arm around him and stuff. You feel me? But a lot of people they just don't get it. Oh, fake ass hug, because we do that fake hug shit, but after a while, when you with family, you just, oh no, man, they look at you like, man, go on and give me a hug, man. You family, man, go on and give me a real hug, man. I don't need that. Keep that old artificial, I'm gonna block you with one hand hug. Keep that shit away, because that's saying two things, and we have actually, we've taken that into our culture. And I'm not saying native culture, American culture, because we're all in this so-called melting pot. So we take that and we embrace the dumbest shit. We embrace stuff that keeps us away from each other. All this wearing the mask and all that shit, all that stuff keeps us away from each other. We embrace all that shit just because somebody say so. Right? Just because somebody say so. I just shake my head when I see natives wearing masks. I'm like, man, we ain't got nothing. I said, if we haven't got rid of our disease by now, we ain't gonna get rid of it. We just can't. There's no way. Because the poisonous blankets, that was hundreds of years ago. Or some, like 100 and something years ago. Well, 100 and, well, actually 212 years. 200, I like to be, 202 years since the last poisonous blankets. But D to the Bay, he 100% correct on that. If you don't want to do some shit, you just ain't gonna do it. Yeah. Joseph Brown in there. Yasser Hussein said Derek Bay, salute family. Yasser Hussein, okay, we already read that. And then, okay, facts at Yasser. And then salute at Gil Coles, that's Derek Bay. Yasser again. Everybody saluting out. Damn, how many of y'all in here? Y'all saluting and salute Gil Coles, salute homie. Gil Coles at Derek Bailey, 100. Gil Coles at Yasser. He said, sub homie. And then Gil Coles again at Jay Brown, sub homie. And then Gil Coles says sound. Is my sound good? Y'all don't have my sound or something? Is my sound out? And I see my baby queen up in here. My baby queen, Lala D's up in here. I'm reading down, Lala. I'm way behind. I'm way behind, baby. I got to try to catch up. Yeah, I went and visit her page. Y'all go ahead and y'all check out her page, man. She always called me by my first name like she got it like that. You know what I mean? I haven't got to her yet, but I know she I already know. She gonna call me by my first name when she get up in here. Yep. Kyoko's Eagles Web is a habitual line stepper. Right. See, and that's just I'm a habitual line crosser, but some people change the line though. Y'all understand that, right? I'm a line stepper. I'm a habitual line crosser. But if somebody's a habitual line changer, you can't help but be a habitual line crosser because you changed the damn line. You got a chain on me. Y'all seen that those old cartoons where the dog the dog runs out into the end of the line, then they sit there and they put the line right there, and that's as far as he can go. Like you can't go no further than that. So I'm not worried about your attack. But then the dog changed the line. But in this case, Gil changed the line. You know what I mean? I thought I can go this far, but now I can't. You know, he make it so I can't even go as far as I need to go. I'm a habitual lines crosser. Man, okay, Gil. I appreciate you. Y'all, yes, sir. I can't get the words out. He cried. And then y'all sir said, bloody hell, Eagle sounds like you talking about my family, too much politics and falling out over land back home. Yeah. See, that's if I'm saying this is grown folks chat though, man. That's what we talk about. We're not gonna talk about it. See, you go to the kids chat or the gossip chat, they're gonna be talking one way. And they're gonna get you all excited because of the way they voice it out. But F that. We're not gonna play it that way. We're gonna play it a little bit different. Gilco said, hell no. I ain't voting for Eagles Web. Be eating crow for another 400 years. Okay, Gil, thanks, brother. I appreciate you, man. Look at Sir to the Flame up in here, man. I ain't even know Sir to the Flame was up here. Salute to Sir to the Flame. Both hands, baby. Sir Flame says, salute to Eagles Web. Salute to the chat. And as always, jab that like button on y'all neck. He said, don't get neck up in Eagles Web boxing. Y'all know what it is. He got the damn weapons up straight in the glove up good with the 100 in the fire, man. Y'all know what it is. Derek Bailey slew that Sir Flame. Sir Flame from Gil Coles. Yasser Hussein slew that Sir Flame, and then Sir Flame right back at salute that Derek Bailey. 100. And then there's my Lala D right there. There's the queen. She said Asunthea. And then she got that. That's right. Asunthea. That's what I would say. I would say that I would say my name first. I would say Natista, and then I would say Asantea, Natista Asantea, like that. That means my name is Asantea, and I am Cheyenne. That's what it means. She got the hands up good. She showed me the love. So slew to Gil Coles and Derek Bailey. Peace to the queen at Lala D. Y'all started saying hello at Lala, and then he smiled. Don't be smiling too much at her, man. Hey. Watch yourself. You already know when the queens come in here, y'all got to watch all that flirting and all that smiling and shit. I don't care if you're a mod. I'll time your ass up. So faces salute to the queen and Lala D. And then Lala D at Derek Bailey. He get 2 hearts. The host only get 1. That's cool. Gil Cole says, hey Lala, I'm gonna check your bed out in a few. And then Sir Flame at salute at Yasser. And then Lala D say, hey Yasser at Yasser Hussein. That's right. And then Lala D again, Sir Flame, Gil Coles, that's all from Lala. And then Derek Bailey, did you get the $1 from Marlo at Lala D? She crying. Streamlabs, piece somebody up. Lala D, Derek Bailey laugh out. He says he tried. Yeah. Y'all sure saying it sounds good. Then J to the Brown said Lala. Oh shit, Lala D Queen. And then Derek Bailey. No, when you were talking about the most powerful thing is sound. Oh yeah, sound. Okay, yeah, no sound. That's it. Sound is the most powerful, and there's nothing that moves D to the base. There's nothing move without sound. Nothing. Even if you go into science, yeah, there's some sound, and yes, the molecules and nothing, they ain't moving. There's no movement without no sound. Even if you go to science, if you go to religion, there's no movement without the sound. There's no action without no sound. That's the powerful force right there, baby. That's right. Derek to the base. See, grown folk get stuff. And then dumbasses don't get stuff. Yeah, that's right. If there's no sound, I thought he was talking about that he couldn't hear me, but I know what he's talking about now. Joseph Brown. All rise. Yeah, Lala D. That's right. Yeah. Everybody rise. He said, no, there we go. There go Gil again. Now, Eagles Web, you said sound was the second most important thing after water. No, I did not. I said sound is, I said water is the second most powerful. Stop it, man. We'll get to it. When we had time or something sometime, we'll talk about it, man. We can talk about it now, but I don't want to. I talk about what I want to. We talking about when is it time to do the right thing. That was the first thing we was talking about. How much time does it take, Lala D, my queen? How long does it take for somebody to do the right thing? If you did something wrong by somebody, how long does it take you to straighten it out? Is time anything? Should time even be an issue? That's the whole thing. Should time be an issue? Saturday night 79 up in the place, y'all. But should time be an issue if you do something wrong? If you do something wrong, should time have anything to do with you correcting it? Shout 979 says, salute the Eagles web box. He got the ego up good, got the web up good, got the glove up good. Y'all know what it is. He's right back at Gil Cole's fam. That's right. And bam, it's salam, bam. Abuse that like button, y'all. Jake Brown said, bang that like button, y'all. Gil Cole's at Shadow 9 100. Shadow 979 at Lala D. That's right. The queen up there. And then Derek Bailey right back at Shadow 979. And then Shadow 9 at D to the Brown. Shadow 9, Lala D's putting out the hands in the hearts for you. Y'all sir crying. And then everybody else is at each other. If you care. And then we go. And then there goes the question. See why is the queen come in here a little bit later than y'all? And she the first one. She got the answer. And nobody else is just saying. Her and Derek Bailey is paying attention because Derek Bailey said that you just, you don't want to do shit. You don't want to do the right thing. And when the right thing is not done when it should be done, then you don't want to do it. Simple as that. And then Lala D come right back. Lala D said, if you care immediately. That's why I don't try to let the sun be going down. I don't let the sun go down like that. But some people do, or they want like now this is the only reason that you can't do it immediately is because the other person is like standoffish towards you, like, nah, I don't want to hear nothing you say. You can't force yourself on them sometimes. Sometimes you can say, look, you're gonna listen to what I gotta say. Or you just gotta just scream out, hey, so you're not gonna accept my apology? I was wrong. You gonna just run off? We should be better than that. Some people can talk to people like that, and other people, oh man, let them go. You always got some what do you call these people? A Benedict. The Benedict Arnold, you always got his ass on the sideline. And then what does he always got to say? He always got to say something stupid. Oh man, F them, man. Forget them. Lala, don't say nothing to it. Right? They always got to be on that tip. It's like, really? Instead of, you supposed to have somebody like D to the Bailey on your side to say, man, we're gonna go up here and we're gonna do the right thing. Immediately. We ain't gonna sit there and just wait for time and stuff like that. And another thing that we do, the pride on the opposite side. So the pride on the opposite side, this is what the pride on the opposite, the pride on the opposite side. So this is what the pride on the opposite side does. Oh man, it ain't no problem. Don't worry about it. Now that could be pride, or that could be, you know what I'm saying? That could be heartfelt. But if you're not touching each other after the apology, then it might not be heartfelt. It might not be heartfelt. If you're not touching each other, if you're not hugging, shaking hands or something, crying or something, it might not be heartfelt. If it was something big, if it's something big, oh, don't even sweat that, man. Some people can be like that. Oh, don't even sweat that. Because they just don't have that much emotions in them in the first place. But you don't want to get that from everybody. Oh, man, don't worry about it. Because as soon as they say don't worry about it, guess what? Somebody's getting called an MF on the other end. Guarantee somebody's getting called an MF on the other end. Yeah. And I want to get in your conversation at Shadow 979, but Shadow 979, y'all can read what he said. But I see Emmett in there, because we talked about Emmett in here before, Emmett Till, that we talked about that. When situations like that happen, see, that is the I don't give, that's the IDGAF. That's what that is. See, and what were you just talking about? When you want to do the right thing. Derek Bailey said they don't want to do the right thing. There goes a case in point right there. When you don't want to do the right thing, you don't give a damn. Lala D say, if you care immediately. Think about that. You got grown folks saying that if you really want to do something, then we take care of this business like right now. We don't let it just drag on and drag. You do that sometimes if it's something small and you just playing with somebody, that's different. But sometimes you probably shouldn't even play if you can. Because they'll be, oh, that's cold, man. You was playing with me like that. Yeah, sometimes we play like that, but that's different. That's just that. Sometimes that brings out a smile, a personality of a person. That's a whole big. That's a different thing. But what Sheldon Knight's talking about is a life, and he's not talking about a grown man life. He's talking about a child's life that was reportedly, he was totally like brutalized on some BS. And you know I'm a street artist too, though, right? I'm with the art commission up in San Francisco. So when I travel sometimes, so I go different places and stuff like that. So when I go up, a lot of times I'm out there because I make sure I go to I go to the worst place. Well, not the worst place, but right outside. You know, I'm like right next to the worst place. Because usually if you're next to the worst place, right after the worst place is going to be a good place, right? So I'm in a good place, but it's still bad because it's right there in the middle of the worst place. So they all mix in. See? They all mix in together. And so I get to see the worst of the worst. I usually don't see the best of the best, but I get to see the worst of the worst. But it's good when you put yourself in that kind of situation because you get to see the real condition of people. And you get to see is exactly what we said immediately. You should take care of these things. Okay, so why all of a sudden you come up with this whole, let's talk about it. I don't care, we're behind or whatever, man, it doesn't matter. You know, I got a fast tongue anyway, we can speed up. But look, so you get in there and so you're in the city. And this is a bad part, bad city. I'm talking about people that do everything. They do everything, every raunchy thing you can do. Okay, so you come up, there's a situation, now we got the COVID or whatever. And so people worry about the people on the street. Now, how come they don't have masks and they don't do this and that and that? So now you block the parking off, you put barriers up, you put police barriers up and stuff like that, and you put outdoor. So this is their solution. I'm going to tell you, I don't care. I'm going to tell them to say, this is one city. So this is their solution. So what they did is they hooked up some holes, a little, I don't know, it looks like one of these little feeders for that they feed the cows. But it's not. It hooks up to the fire plug, and so it has a thick tube that's probably about, I don't see, maybe 8 to 10 feet long, maybe even longer than that. On either side of that, they put like these little spigots where you can turn them on and you can wash your hands, wash your face, and stuff like that. But they've never had that for the homeless. But now all of a sudden they got that for the homeless. But I don't see no soap out there. But they do have portable bathrooms that they drive around or whatever, that they can go in there, take showers and stuff like that. But they've always had that even before the COVID. But if you really care about these people, I mean, you're spending money for that anyway. You're spending money for all kinds of other crap. You're spending money for a so-called cure, a vaccine. Then why don't you just make them a permanent place to clean up and stuff like that? If they living on the street anyway, why not give them have a place where they can go exchange clothes or something like that? How much does it cost? If you start them off with clean clothes, how much does it take to do a clean clothes exchange every day? You got prison uniforms, right? How about giving them street uniforms so we know that they're homeless and clean them shits off, and then they come in, you go exchange, you go take your shower, whatever, boom, and just have somebody in there. It costs less money if you keep them clean than it is to clean their shit up every day. It's going to be less money than to have somebody out there every day cleaning the streets. Because if they're clean, maybe they'll feel even a little bit better about themselves too. Well, I'm on the street, but at least I'm clean. Maybe I can get myself, because that one step, you take a step, like you're getting clean first. That's okay. Now your body's clean. So maybe after that, through the programs and stuff, then maybe you'll get the inside clean. And then a step further, then you get some training, then you get to work. And because you're out here in this society, maybe that'll happen. I don't know. That's just ego thoughts, man. I don't know what y'all think about it, but that's just ego thoughts. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah, Sir Flame said he ain't seen Lala. Yeah. Okay, wait, shit, where am I at? Did I talk too long? Okay, no, y'all ain't say too much. At least y'all was listening. That's good. When I'm talking about something important and y'all listen, y'all don't blow the chat completely up. That's nice. Yeah, Lala D said Sir Flame ready for Saturday. Yeah. Yeah, Sir Flame, of course. Who you taking? Yeah. I'm going with Brooke because I don't like, I can't really go with anybody because I'm gonna have to roast them anyway. But I'm gonna go ahead and take Brooke anyway, just because um, I just ain't feeling Crawford right now. Crawford to me is Crawford to me is the real. That's who Harrison should have called the cornball. Crawford's he's a cornball. I'm sorry if y'all like him. I know y'all some of y'all like him a lot, but he a cornball. But I still like him. You can like a cornball, right? Johnson Hussein, Derek Bailey. I hope you don't put no money on him. Yeah, but Kell Brooker, he gonna lose. But I'm gonna just put his name out there, but he probably gonna lose. Now look at Gil Coles. He all happy now. Gil Coles, I want them street uniform. Yeah, you know what, Gil? He let Eagle make them. If let me design them and stuff, you'll want one. Yeah. Yeah, if you let me make them street uniforms, you don't want one because everybody know they not pretty. Oh, that was tight right there. They be walking around with them on, and you only get one. You got to exchange one every day or two. You only get one. You can't be, oh, I lost mine. Nope. Because once we got your name, once you get in that system, you know what I mean. You ain't gonna let you just kill the resources and stuff. Matter of fact, we let y'all clean them too. So how's that? All we're supplying is just the soap and the machines and stuff. Let you clean them too. See, it don't take much. It's like the good people in Eagles Way have said. You ain't trying. You ain't trying to do what's right. Or if you're gonna do what's right, you do it immediately. We don't need all these big thinkers and shit. It don't take nothing. It's just like your family. You take care of your family. The same thing. You take care of your neighborhood. You take care of your city, your town. You take care of your city. You take care of your county. You take care of your state, and then you take care of the United States. Works the same damn way. If somebody needs soap and water, you get them soap and water. Stop it. Stop acting like you got to pass so many bills and all that shit. Stop it. Stop playing with grown folk. They play with grown folks along with fools because they got us mixed in with fools, and so we got to feel the same way the fools go. I guess they got to vote on that, and you be fighting and arguing, you politicking for no reason with your stupid ass. What you fighting for? When we just came up with quick solutions just in here, just in Eagles Way. This is a boxing chat and grown folks chat, and we come up with it just like that. And here why? It's because the people that mess with me and the people I mess with, of course it is. But are there other people like this? Of course there are. They just happen not to be in here. Yep. Gil, yeah, okay, Gil, I'll hook you up, man. Let me see. Yeah. Sir Flame said, I hope you're trolling. Gil goes down picking Bud. Of course, yeah. Look at Gil. Now he want Bud. He used to fight with, remember, he used to fight with your boy all the time. When Dollar used to come in here, he used to always fight with him. Yeah. A lot of these say, I got Bud. Yeah. All of us really got Bud, but hey, if you get pieced up, you get pieced up. Yeah. And yeah, we're gonna talk about that. See that whole Canelo thing and all that. I don't know. I don't trust nobody. I gotta see it. I just gotta see it. Sir Flynn said I don't like Special K and Derek Bailey right back. You part of the Bud Protection Agency. Oh, okay, he's talking to Lala. Yeah. Then at Derek Bailey. No, Carol Book don't have no special effects, but we hope that it's up in here. Up in here. If up in here is okay, it's gonna be a tough fight. But as soon as he start worrying about my eye, start bending over worrying about his eye, he gonna get because Bud cannot beat him up like Earl. Because he don't have that body attack like Earl. Earl got that smashing body attack. That's what got Earl over the most. For the most part, that's what got Earl over is just smashing his body. Of course he cracked. Earl got some was cracking them eyes too though. But Earl wasn't even at his top when he beat Kell. Believe that or not. He wasn't even at his top, but he just punished that body. I don't know if Crawford, if he just come out head hunting, I don't know. He might get in trouble. But we're going to see. We'll see what it is. Okay. Okay, so I got one I could read. Down here, Sir Flame. I want Bud to fight someone credible at 147. Yeah, he said Brooke is not credible to me. Yeah, well, we could look at it like that. He ain't really dead shit, so. Okay, I always wanted Thurman. Okay, that's he said that Lala. So that's Derek Bailey. I was gonna read that out. Sir Flame said 54. Yep. Bud by late KO. Jay Brown. Okay, with the prediction. I don't think Bud will stop Brooke. And that's D to the Bailey. Okay, and then y'all sir got Bud in 8. Okay, so everybody looking at like short rounds. Okay, so let's talk about the short rounds. So let's get back into the Haney again. The fans. Now this is cold. I wouldn't do this. And of course, that's a what we were on to start the show off anyway was just like that's a strong subject. That's something that we all have to think about, and we all should think about, and we should all remember to do something about it anytime we get a chance to do something about it. That we all need to, instead of just looking out for ourselves. You know what I mean? I have definitely done stuff with a lot of people that's out on the street. But when you don't want to move from the street, then you gotta stop messing with you. When you don't want to move, it's good if you ever do something for somebody in your hood or somebody close to where you live at on the street. Try to get a story before you help them out. Try to get something. Don't sit there and talk to them all day. So just see if if they're gonna do better or whatever. Or bring them some resources. If you see them out there too much, it don't matter if they want help or not. Just give them some resources. Give them some cards. Give them some addresses. Give them somewhere where they can get help or something like that. That's the only way we can do this. You got to start off as a family. That's how you do it. Is by just giving them a little bit of help at a time. That's the best way to do it. Give them a little bit of help and see what they see. See how they move on that, or see if they just completely content to where they're at, and that's where they want to be. Because if that's where you want to be, I can't just keep feeding you. Yeah. There we go. Shadow 979 said, I'm going for Kel to pull off the upset. He said, if I'm wrong, go. I have my crow well seasoned, please. My last order was a little bit dry. That's it. But you already know. Hey, I got it in here. Where we at? You guys already know. Y'all know Ego already. Yeah, we got it in here somewhere. What is that? I just want to make sure that we got the right one. Cause we got a couple of them. You know what I mean? This one here. Because we got the other one, and yeah, I know I like that. And just in case y'all don't know who that is, that's Lomachenko right there. That's my depiction. I'm just taking that dwarf. That's Lomachenko. All that hard looking, didn't do shit, but getting pieced up. He just got beat up. But anyway, yeah, there you go, your plate right there. You can pick out something over there. You're pretty good with your crow. If it's not your first time, if it's your first time, you have to get the crow plate right underneath the little walking model. That's your plate right there. So a lot of D, if you never had crow, look, right underneath the crow, right underneath my crow model, there you go. That's yours right there. Yeah. But we're going to say, hey, it's all about show us, though. It's all about let's see it. Yep. Okay, y'all talking to each other. Good. Oh, yeah, let me see. Okay. Oh, Gil Cole said, "What brand of canned tomatoes did Ortiz smash Saturday?" Oh, we'll talk about that too. But I'm about to go. Okay, so y'all mostly let me see. Ortiz got the forum. We gonna talk. We gonna talk about that, Derek Bailey. Okay, lab crying. A lot of D like crying at Derek. Okay, so if I miss some of what y'all got, cause y'all going right now, then I just miss it. I ain't gonna worry about y'all as much, but I'll try to. So, Brooke, on Brooke, I'm not gonna talk about Brooke right now, but on Brooke, I said I'm not talking about it, and then I'm talking about it now. But on Brooke, but hopefully everything's strong up in here, like up in here. But this is kind of cold. I gotta throw this one out here, man. I don't know if y'all gonna laugh at this or y'all think it's not right or something like that. Now, because I've been searching around, I had to get like the latest chat and the latest talk on the Devin Haney win. And on the Devin Haney win, I'm going to give you guys my take. So now you get the Eagle take on the Devin Haney win, but this is kind of cold that the fans and stuff is throwing stuff up there like this, out there at the young man, and they saying that he's the new black Paulie Malignaggi. Talking about his punching power. Saying he can't punch his way out of a rice paper bag. And they just saying they just throwing all kind of stuff at this young man. And I'm like, well, first of all, this is Eagle take. So Eagle's take is styles do make fights. And I went in and I made a comment in on Lala's page, and this is what to paraphrase myself because I don't know my exact quote, but I'm saying sometimes the old dog, they just don't want to go down. Just like Ali. Ali took a major beating by Larry Holmes, but he wasn't going down. George Foreman came back and was taking beatings by he still put somebody out though. He wouldn't go down. Joe Frazier on his last fight, I think he ended up with a draw. His very last fight. I think we got the name of what was it in '89? What was that? Somebody knows when it was. I think it was '89 or something like that. '89 or something. No, it wasn't '79. So it had to be in the '80s. That Joe Frazier came back after so many years. Didn't go down. See, and sometimes that's what happened with you old dog. He knows all the tricks to stay up. I'm not gonna say that Haney has terrible punching. I see some things that could be worked on. I said this in the Morals Corner. I said that I could guarantee that I could work on his punching power with him and his dad and get his punching power up. It's because there's a lot of secrets, not necessarily secrets, a lot of things that you used to use in boxing to help on stuff like that. It's not no damn weightlifting. People think weightlifting. No, it's not that. It's studying their body dynamics and stuff like that. But there's some exercises that you can do to pump up that punching power. And I know that these trainers don't know it. And the reason I know that they don't know it because they actually seen it, and you have seen some of the techniques from the past, but nobody talks about it. And I just see with me, I'm one of those persons, I just let it go. Like, okay, well, if they're not going to catch on, then they're just not going to catch on. If they don't know why this person punched so hard and that it's natural, but you can build on it, then they just don't get it. So I'm not going to say that he's like Polly. God dang, that's kind of cold. You punch like Polly, man. Ain't nobody. And then they're saying he's not a draw. I'm on his Instagram. I don't do Twitter at all, but I'm on his Instagram. I just start following him. I follow maybe 3 fighters on Instagram. I don't do tweets and none of that shit. So if something come up, I'm gonna look at it. I ain't trying to look at everybody what they say, but I just went from chat to chat, all in and out of different chats and stuff, just to see what they were saying, and they just really berated him pretty bad, and I think it was kind of unfair to the young man because like I said, it's styles that makes the fights. And one time I could be happy with him, and he'll do something right, and a lot of times during this fight he wasn't really turning his punches over, and just the way just his stand. So good boxing, good. I mean, just real good boxing. He gave out a boxing lesson, but just the power. So the second thing, I was going to say 2 things, but second thing, so the power, we could work on that. I probably never will get a chance to help him work on it, but he could work on the power. But let's look at it like this. So not just the power, but his ability to set traps better. He only needs a couple of traps because he's nice, he's fast and rangy. So he only needs a couple of traps. Even Ryan Garcia has he has a delayed hook that he uses. That's like a trap. It's a delayed hook that he uses to get people up out of there. So you got to come up with something, some kind of a counter, like some kind of a nice little trap counter. And the best kind of counters and stuff, the best traps are off of more than 2 punches. They're off of more than 2. That's will be an excellent trap if you got somebody in the middle of a combination, like they 1, 2, and then they throw in the third one. You see what I mean? They're like 1, 2, 3. Once they throw that third one, and then your whole foot movement was like your dance. You danced them right into a trap. You was like 1, 2, 3, bam. That's perfect. That's good, because now your chances of knocking them out is a lot better. You got a lot better chance of knocking them out, because when somebody's in the mix, now a blindside punch really works a lot better. After one punch, a lot of times people are expecting something. They'll duck out, because Mayweather had he has this thing. A lot of fighters got this too, of ducking out after they do that punch, 1 or 2 punches. They duck out, duck down low, or get the hell back. Wilder does that shit too after a punch. Try to swing his head around, and a lot of fighters do that. You see, but that's expected. It's like, okay, well, he's gonna pull out of it this way. But now, get a good combination going when somebody's in when somebody's in the flow. That's when that trap come in. But I see Sir Flame said the Ortiz forearm. It wasn't a forearm, it was a bicep. They made a mistake on that shit. That was an excuse, is what that was. That was an excuse because that body shot was a monster. He might have said he seen black. No, what he seen is he seen a bicep in his eye, and then he said he felt some pain on the same side. He said, "How could I?" That was just one punch when his mind couldn't make up what it was. Like, was that one punch or was that two punches? No, he caught you. Yeah, you're gonna get. You're gonna get. He wasn't blatant. Stuck you. But Gil, that's the same fighter we couldn't find a decent picture of, and we was just talking about that because who's the other fighter just fought? We had another guy just fought. Oh, Rougarou. Yeah, Rougarou just fought, and we couldn't find the person. And matter of fact, D'Lo was in here crying and stuff. Because D'Lo was like, "I'm done." Everybody's like, "I'm done," because remember, I found that picture and I shared it with y'all. I said it was on BoxRec where somebody was actually using their picture from the DMV. That was their boxing picture. Wow. So we can call him a tomato can, but he wasn't in there. He wasn't in there to try to get no win. Yeah. If we get, but y'all got to. Hey, you got your crow, you got to eat it. Because I read back a little bit to see what y'all got. Yeah, you right there. D to the base said Brooks' eye might be all right now. He said haven't been taking any punishment, and that's the whole thing. If you haven't been taking punishment, you could be okay. You could be. Oh yeah, but anyway, salute to. So I know somebody just came up in here. Who was it? Oh, Michael Johnson, boxer talking more. He said, "What it do?" Everybody salute to him. Just got up in here. We was talking politics at first, man. We was just here's the political question for you, Michael Johnson, boxer talk and more. You can answer it or not, but this is your question. This is the question for you: is how long does it take for a person who's done something wrong to a person or people or community? How long does it take for them in time, or does it take time for them to do the right thing if you did somebody wrong? And that was the political question. You have to go back to the beginning of the video to catch all of it, and I think you will get something out of it because I got good people in here, and that's why I love. Even though it's a smaller chat, I got good people that got good thoughts and good minds that come up in here. That's probably why it does not thousands of people in here because you got to have a good mind to come up in here. You can't just be coming here with no bullshit because you'll end up out of here. Not me. I don't have nothing to do with it. Jay Brown or somebody will throw your ass up out of here. But I'm just saying, that's just what happens because you come in here, which is grown folk. So that's what we need to talk. We need to talk grown folks chat, and we use the English language in here most of the time. Yeah. And then true at Derek Bates. Okay, Jake Brown said he doesn't punch correctly. That's why he has lack of power. His hooks slap. Okay, his straight right is decent. It's correctable. Okay, and I said that before about him. I said we got to get that. Remember I told you? I told all of y'all before. I said we got to get that turnover. But nobody punches correctly, so it's more than just that. And I'm gonna tell you another thing that it is. Another thing that it is, and that's why they calling him the black Poly is not just because you're here, it's because you're there's nothing on the end of the punch when you're swinging like that. There's no power when this pendulum is way out there. There's no power. It takes too long to hit. It's faster when you throw it from in here. You get more of that force than if you have it out here. See? More force comes from a shorter punch than it does from this long one. And that's another thing. Because he keeps them out at the end of his punches, but when you're keeping them out at the end of your punches, you're keeping them too far out. They have to be right where it snaps. If they're past that and you got to stretch a little bit to catch them, there's nothing. Now it's just a push. It's just a push shot. There's nothing on it. Yeah. Okay, let me see what the brother got. He say, he's funny. Yo, so But J to the Brown says people forgot to tell the Karate Kid and and like yes, but all I takes is one fight that's good style match like Teal fighting Comey that highlights what you do well, and that's what it is. Sometimes it depends on who you're fighting to show what you fight, how your fight's gonna be. Now I actually think now Tank versus I don't know, y'all might not think I'm right, y'all can disagree if you want to, but I think Tank and Haney is a good fight. Because one thing that Haney said about Gamboa, he said Gamboa ain't got no pop. And guess what? Gamboa rocked Terrence Crawford. So maybe Haney got some chin wiring that people ain't just overlooking because of the punching power. So don't overlook him. Because if he really does have a steel face, even if he don't punch, he gonna win. He won probably every round. Somebody might have gave him round away, but he probably won every round of the fight. But like I said, it's the turning over of the punches and the placement. Like somebody's way outside, you got to get. So there's a few things. It's not like all this stuff is like too teachable. You should have already had it. So it's just like, okay, so you know how to punch, right? So I just want you to do this with your punch. Okay, that's lessons over with, right? You know how to hit hard, but do this exercise and this is going to make you hit hard. Okay, lesson 2, that's all over with. That's one training camp. It don't take a whole lot like that. Okay, so these guys, you're not catching them. And sometimes you got to catch them. Even if your offense is going, sometimes you got to just catch them lunging or whatever. So we got to be able to set a couple of, little small traps. Boom, that's 3 things. 3 lessons. 3 lessons and stuff. That's it. 3 lessons and we're ready to go. Oh, he can't learn that in 6 weeks or 8 weeks or 12 weeks. Get out of here with that shit. Huh? Ain't nobody, if you're a boxer, just because you're not eloquent speaking, Floyd Mayweather, doesn't mean that you special ed. You don't necessarily have to be special ed, but they do need to shut Floyd up. Stop letting Floyd talk so much because he talks too slow and he stutters way more than I do. But he talks slow, and his conversation or his word vocabulary is so limited that you already know what he's gonna say. It's like, no, we already know what you're gonna say, and we know how you're gonna do your hand like this or whatever, and just shut up. All you can talk about is money. Shut your ass up. Sorry, Flame said Gamboa a vet. He know how to survive, and that's what it is too. A lot of people see what happens is they just wrote Gamboa off. And you can't just write the man off like that because, like I said, you had older fighters like George Foreman who even put George Foreman down when he got old, when he was 45 years old. George Foreman used to get rocked and everything. Yeah, I'm not leaving my feet. George Foreman has some feet on him. I ain't going down. And you sitting there punching an old man like that and then mess around. And I'm gonna tell you something about George Foreman. Now, they might have put a lot of hands on George Foreman, but guess what? They put a lot of hands on George Foreman, but George Foreman wasn't going nowhere. And guess what they was doing also? They was not just staying toe-to-toe and just standing there. Oh, George, you can't do shit. They wasn't saying that. Oh, George, you can't do shit, and just stayed there. Because guess what happened? Guess who did that? And then guess what happened when they did it? Soon as the one person disrespected George Foreman's power, George Foreman became the oldest heavyweight champion of the world in history. Soon as one of the young guns decided, oh man, you can't mix it up. Soon as they decided that, George waiting for you to say that he can't hit. Because George has some other shit, and he didn't have to hit you proper all the time. Because George has some other shit in his armory that other fighters just don't have. He had that natural God-given power, Samson-like power, sledgehammer shit, to where he's on a different level. So he didn't have to turn everything over all the time. George had a real good job, turned over real good jab. But his power punches, you just didn't know because his jab was a power jab. But George hit you with some shit. You'd be like, what was that? You'd be like stretching your side out like, God, man, did he crack something? You worried about what he broke. So that's what that is. Yep. Yep. And by the way, just so everybody know, man, y'all, before y'all hit, as a matter of fact, I'm not even in the chat yet. Bad host. Let me get myself in the chat, man. I'm not even in the chat. I'm supposed to be in the chat. Yeah, I'm messing up. because I'm not even on live chat. Y'all hold on a second. Let the eagle get up in here. Shit, somebody could have snuck in and y'all sitting up here asleep. Y'all sitting up here sleeping. Somebody just snuck in Eagle's chat and was talking all kinds of mad stuff. Okay, but I'm in now. Okay, so now I'm in. I was in chat, but I wasn't on live chat. You got to be in that live chat in order to catch what everybody says and stuff like that. Yep. Facts, Michael Jackson. Sugar Shane was good with throwing 3 to 4 punches just to get hit, just to get that fifth. Yep. Yeah, Shane used to throw some punches, but Shane had. See, a lot of people. I'm gonna tell you what they're doing also. I'll give you the question again. Okay, so the political question is, how long is it when you do somebody wrong? When you wrong a person, people, or country, or group, how long does it take for you after you wrong them? How long does it take for you to do the right thing? And that was our political question. It was long. I mean, we had a long discussion about it because, well, Eagle went off into some other stuff, and then I got Lala up in here. So Lala up in here, and she, boom, everybody, all my people, D to the bay, they quick with it, with the response. They're like, bam, that's it. That's it. J to the brown way at the bottom. That's what it was. Michael Moore, disrespectful, and they got your ass knocked out. Yep. Shout 979 said, I think he takes Haney. Got the glove up good. He could. And Jay Brown said Floyd sounded like he got dementia. I didn't want to say it, but he don't sound that good. Floyd took some hammers to the head too, though. So don't y'all think that Floyd is a Muhammad Ali and didn't take punches, and Ali took punches. But to be honest, I know that Ali's what happened to Ali, that wasn't brainstem. That was something else. Because you got to look at the time era. You know, you're not going to trick me with no shit like that. Because I watched too many of Ali fights. I'm like, Ali never got battered upside the head like that. That was something else. That was chemicals and shit. That was some kind of poison. As a matter of fact, they reported that shit a long time ago. And then he was taking something to clean his blood, and it worked for a while, but it didn't. Yeah. That was some deep poison Ali needed. That was some poison that got into Ali. That's in my opine. I don't care. I'm not trying to stir up no new shit, but hey, it's just like our political talking here. It's like it don't take no time. What Lala D said, if somebody do something wrong with somebody, it don't take, if you want to straighten that shit out, you straighten that shit out immediately. But we got dumbass people that think that everything has to be done through a political process. Oh no, just give them time. Oh, there's been too much time. Get your ass out of here with that. Yeah. Yeah. But I know that the shit comes from poison. So we do a lot. That's why I always try to, like when I talk to you guys about my tea and stuff, I always say that I will give you guys the ideas of what to take for certain stuff. I'm a medicine doctor like that. Half-ass one, you know. But I'm not and even though I have med school underneath me, I don't practice regular medicine. I practice traditional medicine, native traditional medicine. That's why I try to give you guys the help on stuff like that. Tell you the guys what to take. If you guys listening to the shows every once in a while, I give you guys something. It's like, oh shit, let me go to the store and see if they got what Eagle's talking about. Cause my baby's home now. I'm out of jail. Whatever. Yeah. And then Derek Betty says the facts. He says because Holyfield hit George with an 18-punch combination, and he ate them. And even Holyfield will tell you, he'll say something. He says some people you just can't knock down. You can't put. And Holyfield didn't hit soft. Holyfield had knockout power. But you just wasn't messing with George like that. Everybody wasn't just putting George out. I'm gonna put George up. Let George mess around. Come on in here, George. I'm bucking you up. It's not gonna work that way. Yeah. I don't know. I got my live chat up, but I don't know what's missing. My live chat is actually going kind of slow right now. But y'all can hear me okay though, right? But some of these fighters, man, these once they get to their last leg and shit, you're not putting them out. If they don't have nothing else, they got feet. And I see, yeah, they long as they got feet. And I just wanted to say this also because I know some people might get mad at ego or something like that. But I didn't throw everybody out of my chat. Just because if you associate yourself with certain other groups and shit like that, as long as you don't bring no bullshit in here, I'm down with you. You know what I mean? And so I mess with everybody. It don't matter. Everybody's really welcome here. But if you subscribe, and I know you subscribe to bullshit, then I probably will get rid of your ass. But I just don't know it for a fact on anybody or what they do. But certain people I just don't mess with no more because of their own mouth got their ass in trouble with me. It has nothing to do with, and I'm not gonna go with what somebody else says. I will pay attention to it because what it does, if somebody tells you something, it clues you in. Like, okay, well, what's going on? Let me go check this out for myself. That's what people do. Check it out for themselves. See, but when we're talking political, our plight as Native Americans is effed up, and they know it is. It don't matter. You can go to the richest reservation you want to. It's effed up. You can go to the poorest one. It's effed up. Water, land management, all that, housing, everything is effed up on the ones with the most money and the one with the least money. So what's happening there? Do you think the natives don't want to do good for themselves? It's not the people. It's never the people. Because if it's the people, because when the people decide that they want to make a move, then that's when the government starts shaking in their boots. But when the government's making all the moves, that's what keeps the people like erratic, just all over the place. They don't know what to do because you got a power over you. There shouldn't be a power because it's actually a minority. That's like having two lions in the midst of a big elephant herd of 100 elephants, and those two lions are in charge because the elephants don't know their power. Once the elephants know their power, those lions be okay. Those lions will get the hell up out of there. Oh, I better get up out of here. My bad. Can I take this little? I'm gonna take this little gazelle with me, and we're gonna just bounce up out of here. Shit, they'll get the hell out of there. Okay, let me catch up with y'all. Okay, the Michael Moore. Yeah, Derek Bailey back in there with the common sense again, or Winston sense. He said Derek Bailey says, yeah, Ali doctor said his Parkinson's didn't come from boxing, and then a lot of these said, makes more sense, Asante. That's right. I'm glad I'm making sense to somebody. I'm glad that you came in today, though, Queen. We miss you. We don't talk about you much. Every once in a while you come up, but we don't talk about you much. We just let you be. But when you show up, we happy with you. I'm like, oh, shit, Lala D back up in here, man. Yeah. Some of them don't like to see you up in here, though, because they know I'm going to protect you and shit. They don't like that. Your damn eagle, man. He going to act different. Act different, man. That's a lady, man. That's just, you gotta act a little different. Said Jay Brown in there. Said Larry Holmes beat Ali badly at the end of Ali's career. That's it. But Ali's still standing up though. But just that one beating ain't gonna do all that to you because Holmes was a headhunter too though. He was a headhunter. He'll throw 4 or 5 at you. Did y'all forget? Y'all must have forgot. Huh? Do y'all remember or do I have to show y'all? Or do y'all just want to see it anyway? Y'all just want to see it anyway, huh? They like, shit, this show us anyway. We love it. We can't get enough of it. There it is. That's the sit your ass down jab right there. Sit your ass down. And we talk about the sit your ass down sometime. Michael Johnson boxing talking more. Let me read what he got though. Oh, there we go. Derek. Let me read. Okay, Lala D is talking to Derek Brady. There we go. Yeah. Michael Johnson said, they in an amount of time, especially if there is nobody that knows you did wrong. He says society is teaching people to compromise your integrity and not show face. Do what's right. There we go. And that word came up again because somebody else was talking about face too. And that was Yasser Hussein. He was talking about that. A lot of times is that prideful face is that's what kills relationship right there is that prideful face. Like this guy right here that's getting knocked down. That little prideful face, instead of just getting your ass out of the way, Larry Holmes had to put the sit your ass down jab on me. Sit your ass down. I think you didn't hear me. Sit your ass down. And we use that a lot of times. when we start the show off for new people to come in. I say ain't no disrespect, but when you get in Eagles Web, I don't care if you're in the car, you're on the bed, or wherever you're at, come on in Eagles Web and sit your ass down and just enjoy what we're talking about. And that's what it is, man, when we come up in here. Just sit down. We like to have fun and stuff. But I know the show, we had a lot of serious stuff. We started off kind of serious about because I just want everybody to know that no matter what the administration is, if you realize the first word of what I just said, then you'll realize what these people really are. What is administration? What does that usually involve? If you went to somewhere in your building and say, "Oh, where's administration? Where's administration? What is it? What do they deal with? They deal with nothing but paper, huh? They don't give a shit about doing what's right or what's wrong. They don't care. Whatever guidelines they have, that's what they follow. As far as administration, go down to administration. See, administration is paper. So when they talk about administration, why are they calling that whole side? Why are they calling it administration? All they mess with is paper. They don't deal with reality. Well, this is what we got. This is the statute. This is the code. Wait a minute. You got amendments for everything. You're always amending stuff. It didn't need amending. Guess what? Guess whose people made the real Constitution in the first place? That's right. The natives made the real Constitution. Why would they be able to make something that's so just that everybody keeps falling back on it, but then as far as administration and all these different levels of judiciary contacts, that they ignore it? And that is the Constitution. The U.S. Constitution. And then it boils down to the last administrators, which is the Supreme Court, and they decide that, well, we can't take this case, or we can take this case. Why? Some stuff they're going to be forced to take, more or less, like you got to take this case, and some stuff that's like, let that one go. Why are they doing that? Because it's just like D to the Bailey said, they just don't want to do the right thing. And the second part is what Lotta D say. They don't want to do the right thing, and immediately just do the right damn thing. But that little snap on Haney, that's not. I'm not gonna go with that snap because it's not good. I don't think so. I'm not gonna put Haney on. I'm not gonna put Haney out there like that because Haney can develop more punching power, and I'm not gonna put him way down with Polly. And actually, Polly does have. Polly knocked somebody. He knocked out a fighter that he should never have knocked out. If y'all go back over in his career, is because of the style. Yep, because of the style. Polly got a good knockout. Y'all just look at Polly like that. Polly has a brutal knockout. And you would never think that Polly has a brutal knockout. So he said, "Shout 9, what it do?" Okay, that's Shout 9. And then Derek Bailey Fact said, "Okay, Michael Johnson Boxing Talk." Yep, there we go. Yeah, Michael Johnson Boxing Talk and more. Right back. He's back again. He likes to come out. He said Mark McGuire is an example of everybody assuming and some knowing he cheat, guilt trip him into telling. Yeah. So that's what people will get your ass. Oh, you know you're doing it. Yeah. Yeah. He said, "Yep, paper and sometimes money administration. They are secretaries for the head of the company." There you go. Michael Johnson Boxer Talk is talking the right way, and that's exactly what they are. They just more or less is what he said is they secretaries. Secretaries. That's all they do. All secretaries do is paperwork. So guess what? For all those different levels and branches, that's all they is secretaries. Because all they doing is collating papers and shit, putting stuff together, and then throwing it in your face. And then putting a prop on there. The Prop 9, Prop 22, Prop 23, Prop 14. That's all they doing is putting propositions out there. Why are you putting propositions out there? You sound like a hoe. If all you're doing is putting out propositions, I got a proposition for you. Why are you putting out so many propositions? No. All you putting out is trickizations, not propositions. It's just trickizations on people. Just tricking people. Just do the right thing. Get the country a lot more. I'm not saying they do. I didn't say nothing about socialism, but get the country back to the way it needs to be at. Why don't we have health care for everybody anyway? When all these other countries health care is included. If you're going to take people's money anyway, And guess what? Has anybody ever thought about this side of the whole equation? Is where does the money go? The extra money for your car that you pay for, where does that go? You already paid your taxes, but where's all this other money go? Like the registration and all that shit. Where's that go? And why don't you have a title for your car? No. Why don't you have a bill of sale for your car? I know I'm putting some it seems like small, but putting stuff up. Why don't you get a bill of sale for your car? Why they got to title your shit? Why is your car a mode of transportation? Mode to get from one place to another. Why is that titled? Because they entitling you, right? Why you have to be entitled? Because you both have the freedom of movement in this country, right? The freedom to travel. So how come your car is not just looked at as a traveling conveyance? Why is it looked at as being a motor vehicle? Huh? And why you have to register something? So why are you registering something that's my mode of transportation? Why is it has to be registered? And where's those fees go to? And who collects on your house, even on your house? Huh? Where's all those taxes go? Land tax and all that. Because believe it or not, you have a land tax. It's not, they say property, but it's actually land use. You're paying for land use. I know Eagle teaching too much, but you're paying for land use. To use some land. Well, how in the hell? Who got the balls enough to be talking about what land somebody could use? I'm here, I could use the land. The animals don't pay no land tax. They using the hell out the land. Birds don't. Birds is constantly costing you money, huh? If you like your whip to be nice, if you have it outside, birds be like, nah, your car too clean. I'm going to dump it up. Birds be splattering that little white, whatever that is, I forget what they call it, to come out of them. It don't smell, but it stick. They'll send you to the car wash or make you go out there and wash your car every day if they want to. Talking about land use. Everybody use water, land, and everything else, but we want to be controllers of everything. You're not a controller of nothing. You don't control nothing. But figure it out. Again, if you really find out the reason or where your money goes, you start digging into a hole. It gets so deep that you're like, wow, how far does this go down? It just keeps going and going and going, like the Energizer Bunny. Where you find out where your money actually goes. It's not who's collecting, or who's really collecting. Who is the tax collector? Is it the IRS? Are they really collecting all the tax? Or somebody else getting some money? And one last thing that I tell you guys. When you got one side of things, you got an opposite side. There's an opposite. There's a male side and there's a female side. And you may be looking at the female side and you don't even know it. That's why you got the opposite attract. That's why you got the male, you got the female, right? Everything. There's always an opposite. Even when you do stuff, there's an opposite. Just like there's a day and there's a night. There's always going to be an opposite. So what we see on the surface, there has to be one that's underground too. And not necessarily dug into the ground, but there's just the opposite. So when you got people that don't want to do the right thing, you probably got somebody that's telling them not to do the right thing. And that's something, I'm not trying to talk in code, but I just don't want to make this like hyper political. I don't want to do too much with it. I just want people to get something. And I appreciate Lala, because Lala comes in here and she gets stuff because she'll listen. And she gets stuff because I see her getting stuff from other people. She gets stuff from me. A lot of people just get stuff like, oh, I didn't even know. Because a lot of times we get used to using certain stuff and we don't even know where it comes from. Wait a minute, I got to stop. Where does shit come from? I think it's a great saying, but where does it come from? You see what I mean? That's what we got to catch ourselves sometime. Yeah. Yeah, Michael Johnson Boxer talks to him and say, I don't buy a car without a bill of sale. Well, a lot of times, see, you don't hear, like where I live at, you don't get the bill of sale. They give you you can get like a receipt of purchase and all that. You don't get that. It's not like that. They'll type up all kinds of papers and then it'll say that you paid this amount, say how much you owe. That's what you get. But it's like, hell, that's not really a bill of sale. That's not really a receipt. I want the ownership receipt. Like, show me, hey, yeah, I'm the owner. I'm the owner. I don't need no damn title. If I'm the owner, what I need a title for? You don't need the title, because if you titling something, what does that say? The title then told you the name itself. The title is, it's a title. The heavyweight championship of the world, the WBC, that's a title. Everything is a title. So why I need a title for my car and stuff? It's deep. It gets deeper than that though. But I see what you mean though. He said bill of sale for taxes and attestation that you have an agreement. He said DMV, and the title is for transfer of ownership. Okay. So you can transfer. See, but nobody should be able to control if I transfer my property that is my property to anybody. Think about it. Why does somebody else have to be involved with me and me selling something? When it comes to small appliances or anything else, there's no title involved. When it comes to houses and cars, because the right to homestead, they don't really want you to have that without them having some say. And the right to travel, they don't want you to have to do that without them having something to say. Because a license is basically, and all that stuff, is basically for somebody who's into trade. Like if you're working for trade, if you're making money traveling like that, then that's when you're supposed to have the license and all that. You shouldn't have, there is no such thing as having a license to travel. You just travel. You mean man has always had to have license to travel? When did license come up? License came up when greed got higher. You know what I mean? It's just, like I said, it's two sides to the coin. Sometimes the dark side, maybe you don't get to see the dark side. You see the light side, oh, that's good. They're good. Good for the country, good for this and that. No. But that's all has to do with us too as people. We can just tell them, hey, no more, said no. If we could shut all the DMVs down by just telling them no, we're not going to be paying no registration and all that crap to travel. Only if we're using our conveyance to work. Other than that, if I'm using my conveyance to just travel around, I have the freedom to travel around. I don't need no license. I don't need no registration because I'm just traveling around. I'm getting from point A to point B, which is even when they had covered wagons and horses and stuff like that, and sleds or whatever else, you was able to travel. Now they make you, now you got to register your sled. Your sled today is a trailer. Now you got to register that. Yeah. That's what they got them. That's what they dealer. I'm gonna sound. What dealership sound like? They got dealers on the street. They got dealers, legal dealers, huh? Everything. It's just, yeah. I don't want y'all think too much about that. Yeah, but on the Ortiz, what I'm gonna give for the Ortiz, I'm giving Ortiz the thumbs up for the knockout victory. Guy didn't want, and I'm looking at how he's coming in. Even the way he came at this guy, I haven't seen him come in like that for a while. Look out, heavyweights. Ortiz is coming to knock your brains out, and that's going to be watch and see. Watch and see. They're going to keep throwing him. He's too old to fight and all that. They're going to say whatever they want to say so they won't have to fight him. But let somebody fight him and find out. Ortiz is coming to hurt people. He said that after the Wilder fight, that's what he's going to do. He's coming to hurt people now. He ain't coming out. He gonna maybe fill you out a little bit. He's not coming out to just do no fill arounds and shit like that. He coming out to put your ass out. It'd be a good fight though. If Ruiz want to fight him, they're gonna be in there. They're gonna be in there brawling though, because he's coming to hurt Ruiz. If he fight Anthony Johnson, he's coming to hurt. Whoever he fights, he's coming to hurt. Yeah, and they can say what they want to about the forearm. It wasn't no forearm. Ain't no forearm. You can't hit nobody with the forearm in the eye. Yes, you go like that. Come on now. Think about it. Come on, stop letting them. Even the commentators trying to trick you. Oh yeah, he threw it. The punch was here. The punch came around to the side of the body. Only thing they could have hit was this part up in here, from here to here. His arm ain't that damn long. You know what I mean? And yes, somebody was just like bent all over. You gonna hit me in the side? They all bent over real deep like that. You gonna hit me with your forearm and then on the side? No. Came around and bam. Good shot. It's not a KTFO of the year, nothing like that, because Tank is holding that down right now. But all the talking, like with the Lopez, you're doing a whole lot of talking. We need to get you in there and fight. Get your ass in there with Tank. All y'all just need to show us. And I don't know if Canelo has just decided, hey, I'm going to do the right thing now. Because I know what happened. You know, we talked about it. You know the money got bad. Everybody know the money got funny. You know the money got messed up. And somebody wasn't able to honor their side of the contract and got messed up. Simple as that. And you knew it was going to get messed up because nobody's going to keep paying you that kind of money, especially you got this epidemic and all this other shit. And they going to just bankrupt themselves by giving you big checks. And you fighting anybody. Get out of here. And stop calling out Jamel. Because Jamel is not going to fight you. He's not going to let you come all the way down. He ain't going to come up to fight you or let you go down to fight him when you, after his brother already wanted to smoke. You know what I mean? So if you want to smoke, then get your ass in there and fight Jamal. Everybody wants y'all to skip. Everybody, and see, that's the bad thing about boxing and sports and stuff. When people start putting other people in their mouth, this shouldn't even be in their mouth. Why is he even in your mouth? Get his name out your mouth. Even Crawford talking about Jamel. Everybody want to talk, oh, Jamel this, Jamel that. Shut your ass up. You don't want no Jamel. Shut up. And if Crawford want Jamel, go and get that smoke. Come on up and get him. Once you get him, you ain't gonna. Once you get in there with him, you gonna wish you wasn't in there. Like, oh shit. And I don't even like to use wish, because that's that old magical talk. You know, Eagle don't talk magically. All that magical talk. But go on, get on in there, so we can see. And D to the belly, see, he see it the way that I see it. You right, brother. That's my brother out there. Brother Derek Bay, he said they are going to continue to avoid Ortiz. Explanation point at the end. So that means, yeah, that means he yelling. So that's what they're going to do. They're going to continue to ignore him. Like, oh, who me no see who, Ortiz too old. He light heavyweight, right? Cruiser? No, heavyweight, right? They're going to pretend. And I know y'all don't like my voices and stuff, but I can't help it. I just do that. The only reason I do that is because it just sounds funnier to do that than to do like a German voice or something and do that. But yeah, they can't. They're not gonna be able to see him. Can you see me? Now, it would be nice if Ortiz was like real articulate in English, where he can just clown. You see what I mean? That's the whole thing, and that's what's saving other fighters from him. Is because most of the fighters deal with English. At one point, they deal with English. Somebody needs to school him up real good on English so he can come out and just talk bad about the fighters. You know what I mean? Because you imagine if Ortiz came out and said, "Oh yeah, they perpetrating or pretending to be heavyweights and stuff, but they don't want no smoke with me, Luis Ortiz. They don't want none, none. Forget about it. They don't want none. Anthony Joshua is a coward. I mean, just say, you know what, you're a coward. You over there, English is eating your crumpets and tea and stuff, but you don't want no smoke with a real heavyweight. Tell your fans about that. Why you think I can't sell the fight? We got X amount of dollars that we're gonna bring towards your way. What it do? Let's get this done. But if he can bring it out like that, it's harder to escape you. But you speaking Spanish, nobody understand. You getting translators and stuff. Oh, what are you translating? Nah, he don't want nothing. You can always pretend, and then you can have your fanboys and your fangirls going with you. Oh, no, they don't want you, boss. Yeah, he does. Yes, he does want you. Somebody give that man an opportunity. It don't matter if he's older, give him the opportunity. Take him out of his misery then. If he's not worthy of fighting, take him out of his misery. That's all I can say. Take him out. Y'all can't take out these old fighters. And y'all the up and coming. Man, get out. I don't even want to hear nothing about no up and comings. Get out of here. Right there. Oh, but he might be forgetting. Now, a lot of you guys might not even know. Guess what? Now you're guessing game. Now guess what though? If you don't fight Ortiz, there's another one coming right behind him. Here's another one coming right behind him. So I just wanted to tell you I love the political talk that we had to start the show. A little bit of politics talking about the secretaries up there. But like I said, if you don't like Ortiz, I see my brother D-Lo 404. I was just talking about him. Is up in the house, man. Salute to him. He said salute. But look here. If you don't want to see Luis Ortiz, you can't see him. Where'd they go? You can't see him or whatever. Guess what? There's another one right behind him now. I mean, he's been behind him, but now he got a couple of he got some more fights underneath his belt now. He's about 12, right? He got about 12 fights under his belt. The other Cuban right behind him, what's his name? It's Frank, right? Frank Sanchez. There's right behind him. He don't have that many fights, but guess what? Them Cubans is sneaking in there, so y'all better be careful. Y'all better watch out. Them Cubans always wanted to fight professionally. Did y'all know that? That they always wanted to fight professionally? They haven't had that they didn't have that opportunity. It was always on the sneak thing. They always wanted to fight professionally. They always had like the strongest boxing clubs because their fighters were like professionals, but they just never fought professional over here. Never had the opportunity to get that money. But guess what? Don't be surprised if it just be all of a sudden a load, like a load of just Cubans just flooding. And those are my people too. Those are natives too. Love the Cubans. Love the Cubans. So Cubans start whooping some ass, then guess what? Your loyalty might have to change. Like, oh, shit. Right? But be careful out there. Be careful what you ask for. Be careful what you wish for. Because you may just get it. And you may just get that ass whooped and stuff. But you're right, though. They're going to keep avoiding. They're going to keep acting like that Ortiz don't exist. But I'm telling you, Ortiz is not playing right now. Ortiz is coming to hurt people. I don't care who he fight. Even if he fight Ruiz, you're going to get beat up. Probably you're going to get beat up. I know inside you the s'more smasher, but he going to put some fight. You're going to be getting hit. It ain't going to be like the AJ knockdown if you get knocked down. And you're going to try to come back firing. It's going to be toe to toe. I'm telling you right now, that Ortiz is not playing with nobody. He's coming back to hurt people. And there wasn't no forearm. It might have been some part of his bicep or something like that, but that had shit to do with that body shot. That had shit to do with that. Nothing. You know, and it's good that we have these chats sometimes because people can come in and get a different perspective and actually get the information. Because the thing about me is I remember the stuff from years ago. I always keep that stored in my mind. I'm like, okay, well, this is how that happened. Okay. And then people would talk about it a whole different way. It's like, no, that's not what happened. You know what I mean? And believe it or not, Ali and Frazier was closer than what they projected also. Even though I think Frazier might have had a little bit of jealousy and stuff like that he just couldn't control. But they was closer than that. And the one thing that happened is just like what we said earlier. It's just like what Lala D said, that, you know, when it comes to doing the right thing, what is the time limit? And that was our political speech right there. That was our political subject. I mean, in a nutshell, is when it comes to doing the right thing, when you wrong somebody, what's the time frame to do the right thing? And in those cases, in my opinion, is that the right thing just might not have been done right away, and it might not necessarily been pride. It's just like a lot of times it's embarrassment, because when you do the wrong thing, sometimes it's just embarrassment. Like when you don't come back and do the right thing, it's like, oh shit, I'm embarrassed, and that can be it. Because I've heard, that's came to me in my life also, that I knew that somebody did something to me personally, and they was like, well, they was just. And it wasn't for me that they didn't come back. It was for somebody that was in my family that they didn't come back and apologize or say something. They just was, you know, they was just embarrassed. And you could see that, like, oh shit, I'm embarrassed. You know, and sometimes that happens to us. Sometimes you get embarrassed, but just bring your ass out of the embarrassment closet and just say what you got to say. And just do the right thing. But that's what that most of one wanted to talk about was the Haney. Well, of course the Ortiz, but the Haney thing. I'm not going to throw Haney under the bus. I gave y'all 3 points that he could work on. He has power, and he can develop the power. I'm not, like I said, I'm not going to put him with the. I'm not going to say he's the new black Polly Malignaggi. God dang, some of these chats is hard, man. Some of these chats they just went in. And I'm like, I'm not going to take it. I'm not going to take it that far because some of these other matchups with some of these people that you think might beat him, they might not beat him because they'll be in the same boat as he was trying to be impressive against his foe right then, right? Against Gamboa. The same thing might happen with them. They all, yeah, he ain't got no punching power. I'm gonna just blow straight through him, and then he starts cracking them, and he don't have to set traps because they running into shots. See, and so that's the way we gotta look at that. And on the Canelo, I just gotta wait. Well, I'm just saying myself. I have to wait to see what the real true developments are with any of these fights. We just have to wait to see. Our next one is the Bud Brook, the B&B. All we can do is wait and see. That's all. We'll call it after the fact. If they can get these fights done, that's then Spence. If they get them done, then they get them done. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Laura D says, son there. She said my chat is about 4.5 minutes behind. Okay. You but there, you way behind, huh? Oh, okay. So you must have left and then you want to keep caught up. Okay, I see. She said, but I remember that Laura said that every corner in Cuba has professional boxers wishing they had a professional opportunity. You know what I'm saying? Tell you. So they're starting to get better opportunities. So don't be surprised when you get flooded with a bunch of Cubanos. Don't say that. Don't act like you didn't hear it here in Eagles Way at first. I'm telling you right now, because if they don't want to fight Ortiz, guess what? They got a Sanchez waiting right behind. Frank Sanchez is waiting right behind him. Guess what? There'll be somebody right behind him. There'll be somebody right now, probably 4-0. They'll be right behind him. Yeah, it's gonna bring some respect. There's gonna have to be some kind of respect brought back out. Because it's just too much disrespect. And Cinnamon Bun, this will not get my respect. It's too much he has to do for me. In my part, it's too much the Cinnamon has to do for me in order to get respect. Matter of fact, he got to do about 2 re-ups. He got to do too much. He got to have like 2 or 3 spectacular knockouts of top people, and then he has to fight about two people, at least a couple of 2-up. So for me, in order for him to get my respect, there's probably 6 to 8 fights that he has to accomplish in order to do that. He got to fight Charlo at least twice. He got to go get that re-up with Trout. He got to get a re-up with Laura. It's just, he got to do a lot of stuff, man. He has to stop like Hurd, like Impresley or somebody. Not necessarily Hurd, but he got to stop somebody like a big name. He got to stop, like just stop him. 3 rounds or something. I guess I can't. I just can't mess with him or nothing like that. D-Lo 404 in there. He said, I just got back from a phone call. He said, Eagle wasn't talking greasy about me. Was it y'all? Okay, that's for y'all. No, man. I wasn't talking greasy, man. You know better than that, D-Lo. I don't do stuff like that, brother. I don't talk about my people like that. I talk about Gil like that, but I don't talk about y'all like that, man. And plus, if I do talk greasy, it's right in front of y'all anyway. I'll be right here. Y'all already know, man. I ain't going. Eagle ain't running nowhere. You just email Eagle. Eagle, man, you just kind of greasy. I don't care. Yeah, yeah. Only under Solis had potential to be a top heavyweight, but he took the Vitali fight too soon. He injured and ate his way out of boxing, and that happens sometimes too. But as long as if we keep them, if they're not desperate and they just take their time. Because they have to be paid. You see what's happening also? What's happening is if you got a group of people just watching Like one of the fighters, like for instance, they're watching Ortiz, right? And they're looking at his patience. Guess what they're learning? They're learning that you got to be, hey, we got to be patient too. Ortiz got to be patient. We can't just jump right in it. We're going to get our money. And you're talking about people that are desperate. You're talking about people that uh, that are actually for that opportunity. They thrive for that type of opportunity. I finally get the opportunity to showcase. See, whereas you got people over here that they ain't really caring about the showcasing as much. They care about they owe. They care about what they bag gonna be. It's prize fighting, of course, but that's all they care about. They care about, oh yeah, oh, the opposition. Oh, I better not fight him and this and that. No, get your ass in there and fight. I want boxing to be to where all these fighters get cornered into having to fight somebody. There's only a handful of fighters, maybe not even a handful of fighters that aren't worried about getting cornered. Like I got this. Like Earl Spence, he ain't worried about getting cornered. And ain't that a trip? Because Earl Spencer's not worried about getting cornered and nothing like that. And also his teammate is not worried about getting cornered. Jermell ain't worried about getting cornered. Canelo, he worried about getting cornered. There's a lot of fighters who's worried about getting cornered. Oh shit. Now guess who else is in trouble now? Huh? That little pink dwarf with the sausage arms, he's in trouble too. Now he got to worry about getting cornered. Oh shit. I'm gonna have to fight him, and him. No. There shouldn't be an easy way out. All of you need four critical fights to show us. Because we can't talk about you in that good light. And yes, you're gonna have to have at least 4 good battles. At least. And that's why a lot of people don't care about Mayweather's old, because it's like, nah, you ain't really have in your championship when you was in your championship realm, you didn't have the battles that we needed you to have. And that's why he don't really get the respect. Everybody look at the old, but like, you ain't really have no battles like you should have. Like Sugar Ray Leonard had battles. Marvin Hagler and them Duran had battles. Tommy Hearns, they had battles. Ali and them, they had battles. Sugar Ray Robinson had battles. Sugar Ray Leonard had battles. I mean, if you don't end up battling at least 4 or 5 like fights or so, and people look at you like, nah, I don't know, you ain't really the goods, because you didn't really battle. But then you got people just willing to battle. Like you got Ortiz willing to battle, and you ain't got nobody want nothing. Oh, it's okay, I'm good. Oh, he old, man. But you will laugh it off and say how old somebody is. Now get out of here with that. Nobody's falling for that, man. Nobody's falling for the double talk, especially like to come up here in the Eagles web. They not falling for it. Matter of fact, let me go check my thumbs up, man. I don't trust y'all, man. I better have a bunch of thumbs up at least. I better have at least all my mods better have me a thumbs up. Yeah, all my mods better have a thumbs up. A bunch of mods showed their face today. So yeah. Yeah, I'm quiet because I gotta look at it. Yeah. Oh, and just to let y'all know, I just seen Lala D got another video out too. So y'all go check out Lala D too. Y'all check out her video. Okay, I see they was up. So I'm not sweating them right now. I gotta get ready to go to work too, man. I'm sitting here just talking like I don't have no other kind of business like that, knowing I got business. But y'all go check out Lala too, man. If you ain't sub to her or something, just go sub to her. So I don't know what happened to me and her. I lost some of y'all. I got Michael back. I got to go check D-Lo again. But I just go check D-Lo. It's like a automatic response. I just go check him anyway. I just go check and see what D-Lo have. You know what I mean? I don't know if I'm still sub to him, but if YouTube took him away, but I still go back and I still hit him up. Oh, okay. She laughing. She said I'm on the part where I said I talk about Gail like that. Hey, but you know what, Lotta, the thing about it, once you get to this part here, when I say I talk to Gil a certain way, I got to talk to Gil a certain way, because you see how Gil come in and talk. When Gil first got in here, he was already greased up. He already was talking about that Eagle. He said Eagle's Web is a habitual line crosser. And he didn't have nobody agree with him. Derek Bailey was here. A lot of y'all was here. Shadow 9 was here. It was like, I don't know how many of y'all was in here. But enough of y'all was in here to know that Eagle don't be crossing nobody's line like that. And if I am, I'm gonna at least try to hit y'all up and say, hey man, I didn't mean to cross y'all's line or nothing like that. But Gil Greasy can't help himself. Hurricane Gil, ain't no telling what come out of his mouth. And the only reason he was talking to me like that in the first place is because D-Lo had to do something, and D-Lo just got here. And that's what that is, Lala. So if you say you just hit that part of the video, yeah, but that's what it is. So once you hit this part of the video, you'll understand what it is. Is that D-Lo is usually the one that I can rely on my brother D-Lo to keep Gil right. Because if I don't have D-Lo in here, a lot of times Gil will take half the show away. Because I got to sit there and mess with Gil the whole time. But D-Lo get him now though, because we already gave him his little wedding. We gave him his wedding gift, which was a bye week. So we gave him a bye week of not really stomping him out. But now his face is all, is game. Everything, his whole body and everything is game for us to smash out and stomp out if we need to. But but y'all know what it is though. But that's how my little brother is. He just get like that, and it's okay. It's all good up here in Eagles Web, man. I think I covered everything. I was gonna cover. I probably was gonna cover a little bit more, but I just didn't. But we'll get around to it because I thought the political statement. There you go, D-Lo. D-Lo said, Gil going wild. Yeah, Gil going wild. Just not girls going wild. Gil going wild. Yeah. But I just wanted to cover that one spot just so I can see where everybody's mind was in Eagles Web. My grown folk, because I always brag on y'all and say that y'all are grown folk. And so if I'm gonna be bragging on y'all, I got to make sure that I'm bragging on the right people when I say that grown folk come up in Eagles Web boxing, because grown folk come up in here and they talk about and they understand what's right and what's wrong. And so I appreciate that if I say it and then y'all show it, then that makes me feel good. I'm like, okay, they showing their true colors as being adults when they come in here. Because if I ask a certain question, I say, well, how long does it take to right or wrong? And they say, well, shit. And Lala say, well, immediately. Why people don't right wrongs. And then somebody like Derek Bailey said, because they just don't want to. Then I know we're on the same page. I don't have nobody in here with no damn excuses. Nobody comes in here with no excuse. Oh, well, this is why. Well, see, this is what happened, and this is why. No, get out of here with that shit, because we don't want to hear it. I can have a smile on my face because now I know that there's people around like me that understand certain stuff. Even if we don't understand everything, at least we got that ethic behind us to where we can be like, okay, that shit is just totally wrong, or this is right. Like that, because we can agree to disagree or whatever kind of bullshit that they use. They always use these different narratives. This is the way you got to speak. Okay, you can agree to disagree and all. No, we can agree to agree. Some stuff we got to, some things that if my understanding is right, some things have to be agreed upon. Even when it comes to a contract or anything, something has to be agreed upon. We can't agree to disagree. No, we ain't disagreeing. Some things you have to have an agreement. Now, some of us have our opinion on one thing, and some have an opinion on the opposite way of the same thing. That is a commonality between both of us. That we have different ways of looking at it. That is different. But some things you got to be like have an agreement with. That's why I ask these questions, because I want to see who's actually going to speak up. And I just use those two. I use Derek Bailey and Lala as like more or less like a scale guide, something like that, right? But there's other people who spoke up also, because even Yasser was like, "Oh man, you're talking about my family," because that's how deep it is. Sometimes it's deep rooted to where you like, oh yeah, my family just like that. Don't want to make up with each other. This and that. Yeah, and that's done by design. They don't want us to be agreeing on stuff. And believe me, I still have that in my family, where people just don't want to agree on something. They just rather fight. That's one thing I can't stand. If somebody wants to rather go straight into a fight, like, and when I say fight, I mean verbiage, like a verbal fight, like right away. It's like, God dang, I'm trying to make peace. What you want me to do? Kiss lay down or something? What you mean, roll over like a, what I mean? Get in the fetal position? What you want? You feel me? But everybody should be able to, you should at least be able to have one person where you can make a point across to, and they make you feel good about your point. Like, okay, I agree with you. Then everybody, no, well, this is what I think. Oh, I can't stand people where they got to have their whole thought process out or whatever. What about this? No, especially when you know you're saying something that's right. Just like I know this is right. I know that this question is the right question to ask, and I know what type of answers I should be getting back. How long does it take to do the right thing? In a nutshell, the political question. Immediately or right away, as soon as possible, whatever. But then you got this long-winded to come back. Well, sometimes people can't do the person with the excuse stamp right away. Oh, I need to put these excuse stamps out there. Get your excuse stamp ass out there, out of here. Haney, come see me, man. You tell Pops, y'all come visit me, man. Y'all used to work around my area a little bit, man. Y'all want to know where I'm at? Eagles wear boxing. You know how to reach me. If y'all want to reach out, man, we try to get that young man's power up a little bit. If I can't do it, don't worry, I won't even charge you if I can't do it. If we don't get that power up, I won't even charge. I'll be like, I'm a fraud. I'll call myself a fraud if we can't get his power up. Believe me, I've been in the old school gyms. I know how to get that shit up, man. It's just the art. A lot of the art form in boxing, they're losing it because they're worried about nothing but speed and flashiness right now. Speed and flashiness is not just, that's not boxing. Still got to have some power. Ali had power. Don't think he didn't have power. When Ali was on that foot, that front, when he had you running into some shit, you run into something. Or if he wanted, matter of fact, his right hand was a lot. His right hand lead was more powerful than a lot of people thought it was because it came back. It was further back, just a little bit further back than that jab. Believe, man. Believe that, man. But anyway, man, I got to get to work, man. I got to start getting ready, man. But y'all know what it is, man. My shout out to all the real people that I see. And my shout out to all y'all that mess with me, man. This is Monday, man. We just getting started, man. Y'all know what it is, man. Nothing but blessings. Yep. I'm going to catch y'all, man.